Hey y'all, I'm Val with Our Forever Farm. It's thundering and lightning outside. Imagine that. We've had so many storms lately. I don't mind the storms as long as we keep power and as long as the wind doesn't get real strong. So I'm in the kitchen making cornbread today. We have, and I'm not going to do a video on that because you can go watch a video. I've got several on there. I've got two I know of Vickis Cornbread, my best friend Vicky, and it is the best cornbread, and that's what I'm making today. But I've got some friends coming over, and they're bringing me some vegetables, and I'm very excited about that. It's Carolyn from Setting Rock Farms. I don't know if they'll want on camera or not, but I'm going to ask them. A lot of people don't want on camera. I've got some friends that never want on camera. So, and I understand that. No big deal. I made enough batter to make another small pan. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Did y'all hear that? Oh my goodness. That just terrifies me. It sounds like something broke outside, but we've still got power. Oh my goodness. I hope y'all could hear that. It was scary. With this microphone, sometimes it doesn't pick up everything. Oh my goodness. That was scary. So I'm ready to go find Sweet Hunter, which I know where he is. By the way, thank y'all for the prayers. He is doing good. He's, like I tell you all the time, he's got a long way to go, but he'll get there. I promise he'll get there. He's very bored right now, and I understand that. I've been there. When I had to take chemo, that was the most miserable time of my whole life, was when I had to sit and people had to do stuff for me. That's tough. And as we get older, we have to do that too. We have to depend on people to. Did y'all hear that thunder? We have to depend on people to help us, and that's okay. I've got some furniture right now. Used to, back in the day, I'd move that furniture in a heartbeat. Wouldn't have thought of nothing about it. And I do move furniture sometimes, but like this week I moved my recliner and I hurt my back. So I had to rest for a couple of days. So I'm going to get this cornbread in, and I do have a gas stove, but I have an electric oven. So I hope the power doesn't go out. I'm going to get this cornbread in, and hopefully they'll be here soon. So I made 2 pans. I may just give one to them. And the rain is coming down right now. I'm going to find Sweet Hunter. I'm going to set my timer on my phone, and I'm going to stay with him until this cornbread's ready. Y'all, I went downstairs with my Sweet Hunter during that storm. It's still thundering just a little bit, but my timer went off, and I'm going to get this cornbread out. My goodness, this smells so good. Let's get this second one out. Let me show that to you. Look good. That was hot. So I've got 2 pans of cornbread made. I'm going to butter me a piece and eat it right now. This is probably going to be too hot. Mm-hmm. Mm. Mm. That is so good. It's hot, but it's so good. Mm. We even eat cornbread cold around here. That's why I went in and fixed it, because it's so good even cold. Sorry, y'all. I could eat it for a meal. Y'all, this is my friend Carolyn from settinrockfarm. Y'all have heard so much about her. I'm so tickled to have her here, and I'm going to show you a video of what all she's brought me. I appreciate it so much.
You're very welcome.
You want to tell them about your page and where you're at? Or
we are Settin Rock Farm. We're located in Cherokee County, Alabama, and we sell at farmers markets, and we hope to see you all sometime.
Yeah. Now it's about done now.
Right.
Like these tomatoes, she was showing me. Where's one, Carolyn, that you were showing me how it's split?
Let's see. Where'd it go?
Yeah, that works.
Yeah.
See, like, you know, the tomatoes are at their end. Mine's gone. Are yours completely gone? Or?
They are now.
Oh, okay. So, but I got a bunch. I got green tomatoes, red tomatoes, and I'll show you all this in a few minutes. But I'm so glad you got to meet her. I'm so proud she's got to come to my house. This is exciting. Now I have to go to her farm.
That's right.
So y'all, I'm glad you got to meet my friend Carolyn. It was so sweet of her to come. Look, she made these dill pickles. Look at all this. Oh my goodness. So I'm gonna make, I'm gonna can some banana peppers. Right now we're gonna have cucumbers, sliced tomatoes. We're gonna have okra, fried okra. I'm probably gonna deep fry it. Sliced tomatoes. Let's see what else. She brought me 2 watermelons and a cantaloupe. I'm gonna slice that cantaloupe today. Look at that. Isn't this beautiful? I just think it's beautiful. I enjoyed her visit so much. It was nice to see a friend. Look at that. I'm so excited. So guess what? Y'all be seeing a lot more. Oh, this is a, God, what did she say this was? Chili Relleno, or that might be the dish she told me to make. But you stuff them, so I'm gonna find something to do with that. I haven't ever done this, so I'll have to contact her and ask her exactly the name of that pepper. But aren't these beautiful? Look at the banana peppers. Oh my goodness, I'm so happy. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So the first time I went to the farmer's market, I don't know. I just was drawn to her and her husband. I wish he got to come, but he didn't. And we just clicked, and I just consider her a friend. And I've bought a lot of stuff from her, and I've enjoyed everything I've bought. It's just delicious. And I hope to buy much more next year. So I'm going to use this pan right here to deep fry my okra. I have a little Fry Daddy that I use a lot, but I'm going to use this pan today. You can also use just an iron skillet. Actually, you can use any pan with oil in it. This is a simple recipe. Let's get to cooking. So now we need 2 eggs. This is some eggs my neighbor gave me, fresh eggs from her chickens. I treasure them, they're priceless. Thank you, Justin. So I'm just gonna crack 2 eggs into a small bowl, and then I'm gonna drop them into a bigger bowl, and I'm gonna scramble them up just like I was scrambling eggs. Then I'm gonna add my okra to the mixture, and I'm going to just use my hands. You can use a spoon if you want to. And I'm going to try to coat every piece with this egg mixture. And then I'm going to let it sit and soak for about 10 minutes. So I'm going to take about probably a cup, maybe a cup and a fourth, something like that. You know, you don't have to measure it. Just guess at it. Of cornmeal, because if you need more, you'll just add more. And that's not enough. And I think that'll do it. If it doesn't, we'll add more. So now we're going to add salt and pepper. Now, I like a lot of pepper. I like a lot of salt. And you can add anything you want in here. I'm going to add probably garlic, onion, and cayenne pepper. So before I add my spices, which I have them out, I'm going to add maybe a 1/4 cup of all-purpose flour. To this cornmeal. Now I'm going to add onion powder. You can add anything you like. Do what you like. Any kind of seasoning that you like. And like I say, I'm not measuring this. Let's see, let's check this out. This is cayenne. That was onion powder. Now don't add onions, garlic salt. Add garlic powder if you add any garlic, because you've already added your salt, unless you want to omit the salt. This is onion powder, garlic powder, and cayenne pepper. And I'm just going to take this Ziploc. You don't have to take the air out of it or anything, because you're going to shake it up. And you're going to mix it all up. So what we're going to do now is we're still letting our okra soak in the egg. We're getting our kettle heated up. We've got our mixture to bread it. You can use whatever you want to bread it, but this is how I do it. Flour, cornmeal, and whatever spices you want with salt and pepper. And just mix that up really good in a Ziploc. It makes it easy to shake it and get it kind of like shake and bake. Remember shake and bake chicken? It's shake and bake okra. We're going to do that. Sweet Hunter has requested pinto beans. So I'm going to go downstairs and get a jar of my pinto beans and fix those. So I'm back with this. So I'm going to put this in the pan, season it up a little bit. When I can my pinto beans, and I'll put a link in the description box for the video where I canned these. When I can these, I don't put any seasoning in these. And I season them when I warm them up. I put a little bacon grease and salt and pepper. That's all you have to do, and it's delicious. So now what we're going to do, the oil is hot. I'm pretty sure it's hot enough. I'm going to go ahead and put this okra. See how it's coated with the eggs? I'm going to put it in a Ziploc bag with all my seasonings, flour, cornmeal, onion powder, garlic powder, and cayenne pepper, salt and pepper. And I'm going to deep fry this. I'm not going to cook it like I normally do, but I'll put a link to how to freeze okra. I've got 2 ways to freeze okra. If you're getting okra right now and you need some ideas, I've got 2 videos on that. One is the way Sweet Hunter's Granny did it, and one is the lady you just met, Carolyn, her husband Brian. He told me how to do it an easy way to freeze okra. So I've got a video on that. Well, I think I have a video on that. I tell about it anyway. I'll find it. But all you do is put your okra in he said a garbage bag, or I use a Ziploc, and don't do anything to it, and freeze it whole. Don't even wash it until you get ready to cook it in the winter, and take it out and wash them, and they'll thaw enough, and you chop them right up just like they're fresh. It's great. Very easy way. I'm probably going to do a little of both this year. I think Carolyn and Brian's going to have a lot of okra, so I'm planning on okra. I usually have been getting my pickled okra from her. She makes some really good pickled okra. So all I'm doing is I'm just going to, you don't want to get the air out. You want air to be in here because you're tossing this okra around, and you want every piece to be breaded. You want to make sure that Ziploc is closed, I tell you that. But you can see in here how good that is breaded. Look at this. See if I can get a picture of it. Isn't that beautiful? So we're just going to drop these in a few at a time and deep fry them. It's going to be so good. So if you want to check and make sure your oil's hot enough, you just drop an okra in. So that's what I'm going to do, is just drop an okra in. And yes, as you can see, it is cooking. I'm just going to do a few at a time, make sure each piece I get in is breaded. Now, I don't cook deep fried okra every time I cook okra. I just fry it the way Sweet Hunter's Granny fried it. And I'm going to link that in the description box too. Now, this is hot oil you're working with, so you've got to be very careful as you drop that okra in. Now, we were very hungry, and I already had the cornbread done, so I wanted to make a quick meal. So that's why I'm deep frying it, because it doesn't take long at all to do this. Now, you can do like potato wedges like this, same way. You don't have to bread those, though. Just season them. Now, I've got my plate ready, and when these look done, I'll take them out and put some more in. We like ours pretty brown, so I'm trying to get them pretty brown, but they look so pretty. I'm gonna get 1 or 2 out and just see how it is. Not quite brown enough. When it cools off, I'll taste of that. I don't want to put any more in right now because I want to get these done, get them out, then I'll put more in. I need to be slicing these tomatoes and cucumbers while that's cooking. Have you ever in your life, my goodness, this is as good as having a garden. I didn't have to pick it. This is great. So I'm going to find a couple that, she said a couple were cracked. Well, there's one. That's what she was talking about. That's from too much rain, and we can't help that. Too much water. I just tasted the okra. The okra's done. But I will tell you this, it needs more salt. So I'm going to go ahead and get this out. Turn those beans off. They're done.
I believe, if I'm not wrong, Carolyn said the name of this okra was jambalaya. I'm very excited to know a local farmer that I can get things like this from. It's just a blessing to me.
So I've got these out of the pan. Aren't they pretty? I am going to add some salt to these. These need more salt. Let's just go ahead and get down here and let's just salt them. I want to salt them while they're still hot. And let's get back up here to this.
And if you're ever in the Center, Alabama area, make sure if you go to a farmer's market to look up Settin' Rock Farms. Now, she has a Facebook page you can also enjoy.
Perfect with the salt. Very good.
We've had such a busy summer with different things that's going on that this is actually our first cantaloupe that we're eating. And Carolyn wasn't for sure that it would be good, but it honestly was as sweet could be. I don't know what kind of cantaloupe it is, but it was delicious. I love a cantaloupe with a vegetable meal. Cantaloupe, freshly sliced, and sliced tomatoes and cucumbers. Oh, goodness. I mean, that's just right up my alley. I love summertime. I love summer vegetables, and I love a good country meal.
Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? So good. I'm going to salt this just a little bit. So these are done. The beans are done. The cornbread's done. I've got to slice cucumbers, and that's it. What a wonderful meal this is going to be. Carolyn should have stayed. Of course, I'm sure she eats like this all the time at home. She's got some good recipes. I saw one the other day that is a salsa recipe that I'm going to try on her page, Settin' Rock Farm. So y'all make sure and visit her. Even if you're not in Alabama, you'll enjoy her page. Well, we've got another country meal fixed. Won't be long. These country meals will only be in the freezer and canning. Fresh food will be long gone. So look at this, y'all. Isn't this good? Oh my goodness, all we need is an onion, and I'm too tired to cut it. So we got my pinto beans that I canned. We've got deep fried okra, cantaloupe, peppers, tomatoes, and cucumbers. And that's what we're having today. My island is filled. My sink is full. But look at this one more time. Isn't that just beautiful? Just beautiful. So I'm going to dish Sweet Hunter out a plate. I'm going to break him off some of this cornbread. Like I say, we eat this cold. It's so good. And let's go ahead. Let's get him some beans in a bowl. You'll get to see my messy countertop, but it's a beautiful messy countertop. So got him some beans. Go with his cornbread. I have to give him another piece of that cornbread. Hopefully he'll eat too. And this is our green tomato pickles. This is from last year. I just did a video on them. I'll link that in the description box too. Let me just use this fork and get him some. And we serve them right in the beans along with the juice. These are so good. You can see exactly how I serve that with the beans. Let's get him a pepper. Let's get him a couple of tomatoes. And let's get him some okra. If we have room, I'm going to stack some of this up. I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to take the beans off the plate. Put the okra right there. He loves okra. And I'm going to get him a couple of cucumbers. And another piece of cornbread. How's that look, y'all? So we know the okra's good. I know the tomatoes and cucumbers and everything's good. I'm going to try these beans, see if they're seasoned enough. Perfect. I know the cornbread's good. I know the cantaloupe's good. What a meal. Seriously. So I'm taking this to Sweet Hunter. So I forgot his fork and his cantaloupe. So I'm going to grab a couple of pieces of cantaloupe and take him a fork down there, and he's done. He's good. What a beautiful meal we fixed. Simply with pinto beans, deep fried okra. That's the star of the show, deep fried okra. Fresh tomatoes, cucumbers, banana peppers, cornbread, and cantaloupe. I mean, what more do you want? Thanks, Carolyn and Brian at Setting Rock Farms. This is wonderful. I love it. My kitchen's a mess, but it's a beautiful mess. Thank you. Y'all go cook something.